doing very well. In today's video, I'm just gonna release the demons. I'm gonna just hold my hands up and say, I too have bad tattoos. I've had 3 cover-ups and have a few other ones that are just laying around on my body. You know, that's what tattoos do, I guess. And I just need to obviously just say to the world that everyone isn't perfect and I should just admit it. Let's just admit the fact that I am tattooed and I have a few relatively bad tattoos. You guys might look at them and think, oh, they're actually not that bad. Yeah, they're not awful. It's not like a tattoo of a cat shitting or something bizarre, like some big ass dick or something, but they're not the best. Like, compared to my newer tattoos, they're not exactly the best tattoos. And these are the tattoos that I got when I was 17, and this is pretty much a video to explain to you guys that the reason why I make videos of me not bashing tattoo artists, but bashing bad tattoos is because I just don't want people to make the same mistakes that I did. I wish there was someone, like I've said in a video before, I wish there was someone, when I started getting tattoos, to say, do your research, find good tattoo artists, look around, take your time. I wish there was someone that was telling me that when I was getting tattooed. So this is why I'm doing this. So I'm going to show you guys my bad tattoos. As I said, they're probably not as awful as you could think they might be, but they're not exactly artistic. They're not amazing. They're very badly done. So yeah, I'm going to go through my bad tattoos slash old tattoos. So the ones that you can pretty much see right now are newish, and in my eyes, they're done much better than my old ones. Let me first of all say, the pictures that I'm going to be using in this video are old ones. Reason number 1 is I can't be bothered to take other pictures. Reason number 2 is I'm skinnier in these pictures. Reason number 3 is because some of them are cover-ups anyway, I've had to use old photos anyway, because I can't exactly take off my new tattoo to show you my old tattoo, which is underneath it. So I'm just going to use old photos anyway, and it's easier for me to do. I'm there. So yeah, the first one is my star here. I'll put a picture up here, obviously. But this is my first ever tattoo. I might just do like a whole video on it. I don't know. I keep mentioning it, and it's one of those things that I will never cover this up. Like 100%, this will always be here because it's my first tattoo. You can tell just by seeing it, like just from this angle here. Like, that is just the most awfulest star ever. It's not straight. It's upside down. We'll talk about upside down tattoos later on. It's upside down. It's patchy. It's not even straight. Like, it's at a wonky angle. That was my first tattoo. It could have been worse. I could have got like someone's name, but that was my first tattoo. And again, I will never cover this up. This bad tattoo is with me for life, and it's a constant reminder. Do your research. The next one after that I got was a tribe. I don't even know what this is. I found this design on the internet and the next day I got it. Just don't do that, guys. Just don't do it unless you know you're gonna love it for life. Again, it's one of those tattoos, like, I don't actually regret any of my tattoos. I know that sounds weird. I just not very fond of them anymore. It's not a case of, oh my god, they make me hate my life. It's a case of just like, oh well, meh. So yeah, the next one is this sort of tribal, I don't know, I'm gonna call it like tribal heart, swirly heart. It kind of looks like 2 snakes. I have no idea, but it makes a heart. And I got this because, I don't know, I don't even know why I got it. I just wanted something on my stomach. I don't know. Again, it's really patchy, it's raised, it's lumpy, it was done very badly. Like, it was just one of those things that I thought, oh, that would look really cool. The placement of it isn't where I wanted it either. I wanted it a lot more turned around this way. It's very like this. I wanted it more like this. Again, I was just like, yeah, just do it. These are the mistakes we make. And this is why I make videos like this now, is just so other people that, if they get to watch my videos, they won't make the same mistake. So that was my other bad tattoo. So that's bad tattoo number 2. The next one that I got after that was a heart with wings. And again, I really didn't mind this tattoo, but I knew I could have something bigger and better in the placement that I had it. So it was at the top of my back. You can see from this photo, it is fucked. Like, there is ink coming out of it. It's patchy. It's awful. It is so bad. And it is on a skew if it wasn't straight, I don't believe. I couldn't really see it because it's the back of my neck, so when I had a mirror to look at it and stuff, you know, you can't really angle yourself properly. It was pretty fucked up. But I had that covered up. The one that I got after that, I believe, was my Chinese symbols. Again, this is an old photo. Look how skinny I am. But this is Chinese symbols. Again, they are very raised. They're not very well done. It means love and hate in Chinese. And again, it's one of those ones that I don't mind. I mean, I barely see them anymore. Like, I don't even take notice of them, kind of thing. My Chinese symbols and my heart ones are probably the ones that I would get lasered off if I ever went down that route. I've always wanted to know what laser feels like, so I will maybe in the future get them lasered off. I'm not sure. Like, it's not something that bothers me, because again, it's on my stomach. I never have my stomach out unless I'm like on the beach and stuff. And when am I on the beach? Once a year maybe. And then the one that I got after that was my tramp stamp. I'm gonna call it a tramp stamp. I'm allowed to. It's mine. the worst tribal ever. Like, I really wanted it because it goes up my spine a little bit, and it was in the era where people were getting tattoos down the spine or up the spine, sort of like Victoria Beckham had like her, I don't even know what writing is, some sort of other language writing, foreign language writing down a spine, and I was, you know, had to be different, and I want something going up my spine, and I thought it would look really awesome. But because it's so small, you don't really get that feeling. It just looks like an awful tribal tattoo, and it is awful. Like, I'm so good. This is probably the only one that I thought I really have to do something about this, because I didn't want to be part of the tribal club anymore. Like, as I've said in other videos, having tribal isn't that bad. If you want to have a tribal tattoo and you're happy with it, fine, do it. As long as it's done well, as long as the lines are straight and it's actually completely black and it's not patchy. I know that's extremely hard, but there is tattoo artists out there that can do it, so make sure you go to one of those. Most people do sort of hate on tribal, and there's days where I'm like, oh my god, that tribal is awful. But if I see one that's done very well, I'm kind of like, okay, yeah, that's fine, that's done well. The lines are very straight and smooth. But I knew I had to get rid of mine. I had to get rid of mine. And I've done a whole video on it anyway, so I'll link that around here and down below. So that was my awful tribal tattoo. I just don't ask. And then it did get covered up. It took quite a while to get covered up. Can't remember how long now, but I've done a video on it anyway. But it got covered up with this tattoo, and oh my god, I love it so much. I haven't really got a really decent recent picture of it. I've got one, but it's very dark. Again, I'm just so lazy when it comes to taking photos of my own tattoos now, because I've had so many. Like, the novelty of taking a picture of a new tattoo is worn off completely. I'm just like, oh, okay, I better take a photo of this. So yeah, once the tramp stamp was gone, the next bad tattoo that I had after getting the tramp stamp, not the cover up, but I got this tattoo, you know, after the tramp stamp, the original tramp stamp, I got this thing on my hand. Now, I originally went in there to get a star in that place, in that position. Why I wanted another star, I don't know. I went to the same guy as well. I should have learned from this one. I mean, obviously back then I didn't know that was bad, but I should have learned. So I've got this squiggly line. You guys might be able to see it there. It's just that there. Again, don't know what it is. It kind of looks like a little jellyfish at some sort of angle. I don't exactly hate it. It's not awful. It's not something that bugs me. Again, like I've said, like, none of them bug me. None of them make me sad about life. The one after that is skull cherries. So it's cherries that look like skulls. I found this design on the internet again, and I loved it. And I was like, that would be awesome going down my side with some stars. Fucking stars. No creativity, obviously. Again, I didn't hate it. It wasn't awful, but I just knew I could have something bigger and better going down my side. So I wanted like a whole side piece to cover it up. And again, because it was done so badly, it was quite hard to cover up in the way it was all, you know, twisted and stuff. Trying to get something over that was pretty hard, and I had a specific design in mind. So obviously my tattoo artist had a struggle, but he managed to sort of do it. So I got it covered up with a pin-up with a massive anchor and then a lighthouse and stuff like that. Because of the position of it, everything is quite dark in places, and doing a cover-up, you do just have to sacrifice some things, like, you know, artistic shading and stuff like that. So it's quite, you know, packed in there. And when it healed, you can still sort of see the skull cherries, but if you didn't know it was a cover-up, you don't normally notice it. It is backwards, let me tell you that. I know someone will comment saying, you know, that pin-up's backwards because it's facing my back instead of facing forwards. And again, it's the only way it could be worked in with the old tattoo, so that's the only way it could be done, because otherwise the pin-up would have been like over onto my stomach, and that would have been weird. I would have rather her be onto my back, if that makes sense. I didn't want a lady's face coming over onto my stomach. Oh, the only other thing is my, oh my god, I have so many bracelets on this skin wrist. I'll put a picture in anyway, but I have a bow here and like a bleeding bow. Don't know. I covered it in my sleeve, my tattoo sleeve video, but it is upside down, and I got it in the era of, I just want to see my own tattoo. I was having this moment of, when I'm getting these tattoos for myself, I want to be able to see it. So I got it upside down basically, but it's not exactly like a bad tattoo. It's just upside down, and people do call me out on it quite a bit. They're like, your tattoo is upside down. I'm like, yes, I know. Yeah, that's the end of this video pretty much. Like I said before, I just do these videos to not warn people, but just to tell people, you know, there's good tattoo artists out there. Don't make the same mistakes as I did. Don't get a crappy star. Don't get a crappy snaky heart on your stomach that's raised and lumpy. Just do your research, find good tattoo artists. I will do a video about finding a good tattoo artist at a later date. But yeah, I just wanted to hold my hands up and say, you know, I have bad tattoos too. They're not exactly horrific, it's not like a big penis, but they're just not very well done. So until my next video, I hope you guys are doing very well. Comment down below if you've got any like bad tattoos, or if you know anyone with a really bad tattoo. I just would love to hear about it and imagine just how awful it can be. Until my next video, bye!